Welcome to X to Interact.
Hello and welcome to episode 57 of X to Interact. I'm Sam. I'm here with Steven, Gaff, and Eric. Today we are going to be having a great discussion about our very own created video game theme parks. But before we get into that, if you're listening / watching, check us out on Twitter, X to Interact _ all caps. If you're want to see our beautiful faces, if you're listening on a podcast service, then go to YouTube. We have a YouTube, X to Interact on YouTube. And if you want to find all our other links to fucking everything, then go to podpage.com/X to Interact. And you'll find all our links to every episode, to Spotify, to YouTube, to Apple Podcasts, all the good stuff. We're also on Instagram and TikTok, all the social medias. Not Facebook, though. We're too cool for Facebook. So let's get in to our weekly segment of Crossplay. What have you guys been playing? I'll start with Eric.
Oh, Apex Legends Mobile.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
For 2 seconds.
For 2 seconds, yes. Before the stream, I checked it out real quick, and I was like, "How the hell does this work?" So, there's that. I don't know. Not really much. I mean, last night I played more Dark Souls Remastered, and all I gotta say is, what the fuck, Dark Souls Remastered? I was sitting at a bonfire, right, in Blighttown, on one of the bonfires, right? And I unhollowed myself, or whatever it's called, to try to kindle the bonfire so I can get more Estus flask or whatever. And as soon as I kindled the bonfire, it kicked me right out of it, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why am I kicked out of it?" And I couldn't sit back down on it, and I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on here?" And then I realized, oh shit, I'm getting invaded. What the fuck? You can get invaded while sitting down in bonfires in this game? And I'm just like, what? Because that wasn't a thing in the later games in the series that I've played, at least, like Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, like Elden Ring even. Like, when you're sitting down on the bonfire, you're normally safe. It's like, nothing can really get you. But then, like, it just fucking happened out of nowhere here, and I'm like, what the fuck? And as soon as I figured out what was happening, I hit quit game, and I was like, nope, not giving this guy satisfaction. Just because I was like trying to progress through Blighttown, I was like, I want to get through this place, because this place fucking sucks. It's like fucking so many fucking enemies that like don't want to die, fucking like high heights or whatever. And like Steven, yesterday I beat the boss in Blighttown, and you know how I did it? I just fucking ran. I fucking ran through the entire thing. So I was like, fuck fighting everything here. I'm just gonna run.
You know what? Sometimes it just works. You gotta pick your battles.
What you gotta do?
This place fucking sucks.
Lighttown, not the best.
No, not at all. But yeah, just more Dark Souls Remastered. Yeah, that's really. I haven't really played much this week. It's been like busy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Gaff.
Same old. The Fusion Festival in Master Duel finished today. I got my rewards. I got my gems. Played the usual bit of Halo. Just leveled up the new battle pass. Man, I haven't bought a game since I think Forza Horizon 5 in November or October even, which is crazy. I don't know if it's because of how. I don't think it's been a slow year in games.
No.
So I guess it's just nothing has really spoken to my tastes.
Yeah.
And the fact that I need money, but
Yeah.
I am working right now. So I think the next game I'll buy is probably Mass Effect, and just like use that to eat up all my time.
Wait, what? Mass Effect?
Isn't it on Game Pass?
Legendary. Yeah, but I don't know
Legendary Edition. Okay.
I don't know if I'll finish. Like, I don't know if it's more economic because Mass Effect is so long. So I'll probably take,
like having to pay for the
gotcha.
subscription. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably just buy like the actual game on sale.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm sure it's like It seems like it's probably gonna, be on sale quite often. I
Yeah.
would think.
And then I'll just wait for like Lego Star Wars to go on sale. I don't know if I'll pay $80 for that.
Yeah,
I can wait for that.
that's not worth it.
Oh no. And then hopefully something comes up in the summer that I can sink my teeth into. But that's it.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, I was playing Fortnite with friends this week too. No build mode is so fun.
That's the way to play.
Yep.
Yes, because
Probably.
I used to play at Fortnite a lot more back then when but people were insane with building, and I'm just like,
All right,
Okay.
Steven.
I guess I'll go. So I played a myriad of games like I normally do. Because I can't focus on one, and I end up beating no games. Fortnite, I played some. No build.
you gotta squat up.
We do. The no build is a lot of fun. I'm surprised, honestly. Like a little bit ago, I played with. I think it was last weekend I played with Jacob. And like since then, I've jumped in on my own just with randoms. So, and even then, it's still kind of fun. It's just the nature of Fortnite. You just drop in and out if your teammates suck. So, me being this person that sucked. Played some more Rogue Legacy. I still haven't beat that fucking first boss, but I keep trying because it's still super fun. Played some Dead Cells. Played the new bank update with that. Breaking the Bank, it's called. It's pretty much like you're performing a heist in Dead Cells, so that's super cool. The idea you're grabbing as much gold as possible before like essentially you get automatically killed. So that's really fun. Archvale is what it's called. It's like a bullet hell Zelda-like, where you're upgrading abilities. You're getting like the bullet hell genre implies, like you're dodging a lot of. I want to say bullets, but they're like red orbs, right? Into something like Enter the Gungeon, something like that. Looks a lot like. You're upgrading your armor. You're gathering materials. So it has some of that, and just the progression loop has me going, because it's like, okay, you start with seashell armor, and then you move to slime armor, then iron armor, then like they just have goofy things that kind of fill in the gaps, rather than your traditional like bronze, iron, steel, that kind of stuff. There's crab armor, which is really cool. What was the coolest thing that I saw? Oh yeah, it's just like a giant worm you're holding, and it's shooting out poison. Like one's from crap, I can't remember. Anyways, it shoots out like giant poison stuff, and it's a lot of fun. And there's badges that give you passive effects, and it's pretty open. Like you can go wherever you want in the game. It's not really locked off like via any abilities, other than your own, because the enemies will stomp you if you go into an area you're. Yeah, I've been playing that all on xCloud, so, and I've not had a single hiccup. It seems to be getting better and better with every time I play that. So I don't know. Shout out to xCloud, I guess, because it's pretty great.
Yeah, shout out to like those cloud gaming servers, but like I still feel like we're not there yet, because I've tried to because like I mentioned a lot of times, like my living situation right now, I'd rather play something portably, and I've tried xCloud, even remote play, like it's not perfect yet.
No.
And like it's like, even when it's good, you still can't shake the feeling that you're playing over the cloud. You know what I mean? You're like, you can tell it's not native, and like that's kind of like an issue with me a bit.
The latency,
like, I hope it gets better,
just enough, right?
Yeah, like you can tell when it's like not perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not playing any Twitch shooters, Eric.
No, but I'm talking about like even like stuff like Yakuza, like a dragon and stuff like that. Like even though it's not like like Twitch shooter, like you said, like I still notice it and it still takes me out of it.
Like sometimes you'll hit the D-pad, and then it'll be like a microsecond, but after until you see it go. You into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not a whole microsecond.
It's noticeable enough. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll
Um,
hurt gameplay in your turn-based RPGs.
oh, dude.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, in Yakuza it's a bit different because
No,
there are
yeah.
timed prompts where you do more damage or take less damage, so it is.
You can miss
It doesn't
those.
matter there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
what it's saying is anything reaction based, it's probably not the best idea to be playing in cloud.
Yeah,
Still,
exactly.
so. Not quite there yet.
Don't play Kingdom Hearts 2 on
Even
cloud.
there was a part where I didn't really care about it, but I could see someone getting mad. There's like, you know those ice levels in the caves in Pokemon where you're sliding back and forth and you have to slide at different times? There's one in Archvale where it's, if you slide off the edge and you go down. But the paths are super thin, like one character thin, and you have a dash mechanic in the game, and it gets reset by a crystal that you hit. So they link these together in a really cool way that's like a puzzle. You're sliding along, and you have to dash at the right time to hit the crystal to dash right away again, and then switch your direction and press the button at the same time to dash the other way, because it switches like square and crazy stuff. I quit the game yesterday after I ran, and I'm like, okay, this is just me. This is like not the game, or not the cloud's fault. This is probably just the game design at that point. So it's hard to tell, but it felt like in that part, maybe if I had a little more reaction leeway there, it could have been less frustrating. But
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, fuck that part because very hard, and it's random too. Like it was in a lower level dungeon, and I went back because I unintentionally went to like a higher area, got my ass kicked for a few hours, then came back down to a lower area, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is awesome. I'm just destroying everything in one hit. There's a thing where someone would hit you and it'd give poison to the entire screen. So, and it's just wrecking everything. And I'm like, yeah, I feel invincible. And it gets to this part and it's like, I suck. I am not a gamer. I'm going to turn off this game and throw my Xbox. I don't know. One of the weird things, but I'm having fun with that one. I don't think there was anything else. I played some Halo, a little bit of Halo. Continues to be pretty good, actually. I'm not that disappointed by it. I don't play it as hardcore as some people do, so I don't burn through my tolerance for it, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Still haven't gotten the last Spartan standing win, but I don't know. I'll keep
Unlike me.
chasing it.
Yeah.
I know,
you're
right?
not
Best gamer in the world.
True
Yeah,
actual
you're not as cool as
gamer.
Gaff.
Yeah, dude.
Speaking of Gaff, is that a stuffed animal of the thing from frickin' Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
I was gonna...
All right.
Great. That's great.
What's its name again? I can't remember.
Morris.
Morris, yeah.
Morris.
Oh,
The best part of that movie.
dude.
boy.
That's-
Is that it, Steven?
I think that's it. Yeah. If I think of anything else, maybe I'll mention it later. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Well, I played more Minecraft. I built a giant skyway from my mountain peak to another mountain peak. That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Only fell off once, and it was because I stepped away to let my freaking dog out, and I got
Oof.
knocked off by some monster. I'm not sure. Because I was dead when I came back. Got all my stuff back though. Got all my stuff back.
You gotta put torches on your path, man. Don't want to spawn monsters.
Yeah, I wasn't putting torches. I'm almost thinking I might have gotten shot off by a skeleton archer that was like on the mountain, because it was like near the beginning of the bridge, so I was still close to one of the mountains.
All right.
But yeah, I have now lit it up. But yeah, I was kind of being stupid about it. I wasn't putting torches down. So there's that, and then I made another portal on the other side of the skyway that I can now get back to our base at the spawn point easier. Still a little bit of a walk because I went really far away, but You can get there easier if I want to go back. I started Mass Effect. I'm streaming it. My internet decided to like not be complete ass, so got decent upload speed, so now I can actually stream. So I started that. I love those games. Just getting off the Citadel. So still near the beginning.
Number one
the first
streamer on the Citadel.
Yes. Number one streamer on the Citadel. I started a game called East Shade. It's like an adventure game, like
Edith Finch.
I guess if you want to call it, yeah, Edith Finch. Like if you want to call it a walking sim, whatever. But you're going to this island, and you're like a painter, and the whole setup is like there's these three, I think it reminds me of Zelda, where I think there's like these 3 or 4 maybe like spots on the island that you're supposed to find and then like paint. And by paint you just like crop the image, like the box shows up on screen, you crop it, and then you press a button and it just takes like a screenshot, and then you do like a painting of the scene. And you can do that like all over the place. And you like make canvases, like you collect supplies and then have to make a canvas and paint. There's all sorts of like side quests with the different like people on the island. All the like people are like there's an owl, but like a person. And then there's like monkeys, but are people. There's deer, which are people, which is the really weird one because they're like, you know, usually 4-legged, but so yeah, they're all like different animals, but are people. Bipedal. There's a bear. The bear is the sheriff of the island, I guess. So, yeah, he had to step in and help me out for a little bit. But yeah, it's interesting so far. I don't know if I'll finish it, but it's the only reason I started is because I've had it in my Steam library forever, and I've had it downloaded on my computer forever. So I decided to start it, and it's cool so far. So, and then last night, me and my brother started our journey to destroy chaos.
Yeah.
Is that what you're-
Hell yeah. On the Epic Game Store sale, you get a 25% off coupon. So and Stranger Paradise was already on sale, so we got him for cheaper. And then when you buy something, you get another 25% coupon. So we also bought We Were Here Forever. We're gonna eventually play that. It's like a co-op puzzle game, really fun. The first one is. Yeah, Stranger Paradise. We've only played like 1 or 2 missions. It is everything you think it is from the fucking trailers. Like the writing is just terrible. The dialogue is so bad and just hilarious at the same time. There's like there's a fucking hilarious music cue where he like just says something to this one character and then like walks away and turns his iPad on, I guess, and he's got like his earbuds in, and it just turns on this like rock music for all of like 3 seconds before it like cuts to a different scene. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But the combat I think is great. The magic system's really, really cool. My brother's playing as a mage. I'm playing as a pudgilist. So I got like these gloves, and I'm just punching really fast. It's fucking awesome. And there's a ton of different jobs or like classes. And they all feel pretty different from one another. I think they did a really good job kind of diversifying the gameplay with that, which can help maximize like the replayability, the experimentation with all the different jobs. So yeah, I'm a pugilist. You get to pick. You can have 2 like battle sets equipped at once, so you can change between them really quickly. So I have pugilist, and then I have Lancer. So I have like a halberd that I can stab people with. I can sweep the thing. It all depends on like the motion of your analog stick while you're pressing the attack button, which like gesture you do with the Lancer. It's really cool. There's some really stupid things with like the co-op of it. Like after a main mission, if you get put into, if there's single, if it will kick you out of the room into like single player to then do these single player missions, which are just cutscenes.
Mm.
And then once you're done with those, you have to then create another room. And so like after every main mission, you're just gonna have to keep inviting your friend if you're playing with them. It's like,
God.
It sounds like Dark Souls.
so stupid. Yeah, kind of. It's so stupid. It's like, why can't we just stay in here, watch these cutscenes together? Like we're watching the cutscenes in the main missions together. So like, why can't we just watch the? I don't know. It's really odd. Really odd choice.
Kind of reminds me of Anthem, right? Where it would just take you out of the experience completely because you're just not together in the story.
And then the other, the other thing is that, so whoever creates the room, which is my brother, he plays as Jack, the main character. And so then I play as whoever, I think whoever he has set as like the second party member. So I'm playing as Ash. And you can change your armor. Like the second player will change their like armor and stuff like that while you're playing, but it won't change it in the game like visually. Like you'll get the stats for it, but it won't change it visually because the visual is set to what the person who created the room had equipped to that character before creating the room.
Yeah,
so like
they're normally NPCs, right?
Yeah. So it's like really dumb. It's like, why can't I just breed my cosmetic look in and have it be that way? So like for the first mission, Ash was just wearing a tank top and like a flannel tied around his waist because that's his default costume for some fucking reason. Like and none of the other armor looks anything like it. So yeah, there's some odd things with the multiplayer, but I'm having a good time with it. I'm sure I'm gonna have a good time with it because the gameplay alone is really good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a sale for on PlayStation because I played that.
It's on sale on everything.
Well, maybe I'm waiting for a deeper sale. Is what I mean.
Yeah. No, because on PlayStation you're on PlayStation you're not getting the 25% coupon as well.
Exactly.
That's just like an epic thing. But yeah, I think the default sale right now is only 15%, so it's really not that much of a sale. But
yeah. But yeah, I played the demo that they had. Like it was like it's a weird demo they had where it's like only open from like a certain period of time, but you can play like the first 3 missions or whatever. And I just kept playing through those, and just like basically like grinding out the job levels because like the job system in that game is pretty good. Like you can like you have like the tree where it like tells you like you start off with like warrior or something or swordsman or something it was where you have the big ass sword.
Yep.
And then the more you use that job, the more like XP it gets, and like once it gets to like level 30, because like I think that's the max for each job. Then at the bottom of the skill tree, you can unlock more jobs.
Yeah, you like upgrade
and then,
it, right?
Yeah, and then some jobs require you to unlock like 2 jobs to unlock it.
Okay.
And so like they're kind of like more advanced jobs basically, where they have like more better stats, more moves, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty fun, just like going down the list and like trying to unlock everything.
Yeah, it's a fun game so far. There's a lot of loot.
Yes.
We fought a Cactuar. My brother said that's a classic Final Fantasy character.
Yeah, it's like a meme
all
too.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, good time, but we've got a lot to get into with our main topic, so let's get into it.
Can I talk about one more thing though before we go in?
I guess.
Classic transition, dude.
Ruin my transition, like always. I guess you can. Now that you've already interrupted me.
Oh boy. Well, now I kind of feel bad because I was just gonna talk about like, hey, I ordered a Steam Deck. Hopefully I get it soon. That's about it. Because I want to play more
Alright.
games
Oh
in
my
handheld.
god, dude.
I guess that was worth a shout out. Anyway,
October.
I hope you get
later.
that. You know what? I hope you get that soon.
I do too.
I'll be the bigger man here and hope you get that soon. All right. Now, as for my
Steven's
transition,
dying over there.
let's get into the main topic of our video game theme parks.
Woo!
Do you guys want me to start to kind of give like an idea
Yes.
of it, or do you want? Okay.
Game theme park. Yes, please.
All right. Fair enough. Let's see here. Why did that get so small when I minimized it? Or not minimized it, but
I think I've covered all my bases.
Enhance.
For what
I'm gonna be
comprises
honest.
the theme
I haven't.
park.
I'm just gonna go with the flow.
I super
Okay.
hope nobody else took mine because it feels like easy. So
so the whole like thing was there were two requirements. You had to have a name and then a theme that like brought it all together. And then from there you could really do anything. I gave an example outline. I'm not sure how many of you followed it. Doesn't matter because I kind of followed it, but not really. So yeah, you'd have a name for your theme park and a theme. So whether that was like a game studio, a game, a franchise, you had to have something that tied it all together. So my theme, I'll start with my theme, is Bethesda Game Studios. And I named it God Howard World after Todd Howard.
All right.
oh no.
You know what? You know what, Sam? I think we're on similar wavelengths. You'll hear in a bit, but
Oh,
keep
boy.
going.
So let's start. So I have 6 different areas of the theme park. So I'll take you through each one.
Is the park gonna be full of like safety infractions and stuff as per usual with all their initial releases?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be thrown together last minute, you know. No.
Held together with duct tape.
So area 1 is Fallout 50's nuclear utopia.
Wow.
So imagine Fallout, the Fallout universe before the bombs drop. So all the workers are wearing, first of all, it's like a downtown Disney type area. So there's like stores and restaurants. It's not like a
Okay.
like
yeah.
actual theme park, but there is like a ride or whatnot. And all the workers are wearing like 50s clothes to, you know, fit in with the aesthetic. So there's an iconic landmark. It's like a Fallout style skyscraper, you know, and then all the buildings are kind of stylized like that. So there is a simulator, which is Operation Anchorage, which is literally a simulator in Fallout 3, I think. It's one of the DLC. It's like it's supposed to be like a simulator for training people for the war. So that's what this is. It's like a military training simulator. And then there's also a monorail that goes around the whole park, because I'm pretty sure in one of the like intro cutscenes of one of the games they show a monorail when they're talking about the pre-war shit. So there's that. There's an entertainment theater like there is in downtown Disney. And then there's a 50s diner that's kind of like Back to the Future.
I fuck with that.
So that is area 1. And as you leave area 1, you enter area 2. And the entrance to area 2 is this big ass vault entrance.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
And so this is actually underground. So it's like, it's not like you're going down, but it's like an artificial like
Okay.
mound or whatever, you know?
Man, drilling underground would be hella expensive.
Yeah, so it's like they created their own like artificial like dome thing, but it is like covered. I don't know, but anyway, so you enter this, you walk in, and all the workers are wearing vault suits. Obviously, like come on. You walk in, and so the like way to get around here is you know in the airports there's those magic carpet things that you walk on
Yep.
that speed you
Yeah.
up. There's one of those that kind of
Is that
goes
what
around
those-
the whole.
Is that what they're called? Magic carpets?
No, I don't know what they're
I
called.
was gonna
No,
say,
but-
like, I don't.
way
People
to-
mover? I don't know. But there's one of those that kind of goes around this area, so you can like get around faster if you want. So there's that. There's also a vault tour, so you can like get a tour guide to take you around different parts of the vault. There's a play area. It's a playground, slide, swings, monkey bars, stuff like that for the little kiddies. Keep them busy. There's a pool and a small like water area. There's a game booth, a bottle shooter game booth, because in Fallout 3 you like your dad gives you a gun and you shoot some bottles. So that's what that's based off of. I think that happens in New Vegas as well, actually. But you're not in a vault then. There's entertainment shows, which are the GOAT test, which is the test you take at the beginning of Vault 3. Like when you're in the vault, it's supposed to be like your aptitude test or whatnot. But there's also like a rotating show that is like experiment, because vaults are supposed to be there for the experiments. So there's like a rotating show that the experiment changes every now and then. There's a large cafeteria / food court. And then to top it all off, there's an escape room based off of one of my favorite missions in Fallout, which is Tranquility Lane. It's like the whole black and white world that you go in to find your dad. And it's really off-putting because there's this little girl that's like super evil and asks you to do a bunch of crazy shit. But there's an escape room based off of that. And then the vault exits into Area 3, which is the Fallout Nuclear Apocalypse.
There's a lot of Fallout, a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, so half of it's Fallout, half of it's Elder Scrolls. I'll put that out there right now. So the workers are in this area wearing like scrappy clothes and power armor and shit like that. The classics. Maybe a ruined vault suit. I don't know. Just something to fit in as a Fallout Wastelander. The iconic landmark for this area is a big inactive nuclear bomb in the middle of the area. So that's like Megaton. This one you can't hack to blow up though. So no blowing up the Area 3. There's a roller coaster in this one, which is just kind of like it's a roller coaster, but it's designed to where like the track like fake ends, and then you like turn around and go backwards. There's a ride at Disney World that does that. And it's like, but yeah, the whole ride kind of looks like it's broken down, but it actually works. That's what this one is. There's a simulator, which is you take on the role of everybody's favorite communist killing robot, Liberty Prime.
Is it really? I can tell you that I don't remember. Like I know now that you've told me the name of it, but if you asked me what the name of it was, I'd be like, I don't.
Oh yeah,
no clue,
Liberty Prime. Or death is the preferable alternative to communism. There's a Ferris wheel. I don't know why, but there is one.
Just a Ferris wheel. I mean, it's old timey, right?
Exactly. There's a Ferris wheel.
It's maybe questionable if you're gonna like die on the ride or not, but
there's a Red Rocket truck stop gift store. I mean, that's obvious. And then there's an apocalyptic 50s diner, and all the food is like stylized to look like irradiated food from the Fallout world. Obviously, it's not actually irradiated.
Appetizing. I have a question.
That might cause a lawsuit.
Is there companions, right? Because you get companions in the games. Is there a system for that? Like you just have a buddy you can pay to follow you around the park.
Sure, you can have a companion pass, which is like a worker that just has to follow you around and be your like servant for the day.
So we went to Legoland, right? And they have this thing where they have a photographer follow you around. I don't know if it's like that at
Oh,
other parks
really?
too. They have them follow you around, and they take pictures just as you're going, so you don't have to worry about it. Like,
Oh, that's weird.
yeah, it was slightly weird, but you know, it was kind of cool to not have to worry about like taking that time.
Yeah. And then the final thing to top off Fallout, Nuclear Apocalypse, and Fallout in general, this is probably my favorite thing that I have on the Fallout area, is there is a safari with animatronics of wasteland creatures.
Sounds horrifying, but okay.
It does. I got that inspiration from the Detroit Zoo. There used to be this like little safari thing that you could go on, and there were like animatronic dinosaurs. It was nuts. Really cool.
The Detroit Zoo.
The Detroit Zoo.
Okay.
Dude, like baby wallaby or something just escaped and they couldn't find it. So from the Detroit Zoo.
I'm just zeroing in on the fact that
R.I.P.
you pronounce it as
Detroit.
What?
He had to. It's your pronunciation, man.
What?
Did
You
you
wanted me to say
enunciate?
Detroit? What? Like,
What?
I'm not.
Yeah,
No, because you enunciated
It's the D, dude.
Yeah.
It's the D. You gotta say
God
Detroit.
damn it. We are the
Um. So now we leave Fallout behind and we go to the other iconic universe from Bethesda Game Studios.
Rage.
Doom.
That's not Bethesda Game Studios.
Oh, it's not?
No, that's
Okay.
Bethesda, the publisher. That's a published game. No, Bethesda Game Studios only really has like
Elder Scrolls
the
Arena.
two IP. They did some. I think they did some work like on like some licensed properties in the early 2000s, but really they just had the two
Okay.
Fallout, the Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
Soon to be
So I skipped the first two Elder Scrolls games because fuck them.
Ouch.
And also, Mr. Todd Howard, I think Morrowind was the first game he directed. So we're starting with Morrowind. And so in here, all of the workers are wearing Ordinator armor, and they're terrifying because that armor is kind of creepy. And the landmark is Vivek, and in here, there's a bunch of stores and restaurants. There's a tall coaster, which is of Red Mountain. You go up a volcano and you go on the inside of it, and there's a bunch of Dwemer ruins and shit around.
I'm gonna need
that's
a
cool.
portal to Oblivion, please. There's a checklist there.
Well, that's not in this. That's not in Morrowind. You don't go to Oblivion in Morrowind.
I know. Just for future, if it's not on the list, you know.
And then I was talking to my brother when I was making this, finishing this last night, and he gave me this idea for Morrowind, which is an indoor coaster called the Boots of Blinding Speed, and it's just pitch black and you can't see shit because there's an item in Morrowind called the Boots of Blinding Speed that you put on, you cannot see, but you can still like walk around, but you go like super fast. So like if you press forward for like 2 seconds on the W key or whatever when you're playing, you'll just be like somewhere completely different, and then you take them off and you can see. So yeah, the Boots of Blind Speed are a classic item from Morrowind. I wish they were in Oblivion and Skyrim. And there's also a simulator ride called simulator ride that is a flight over Morrowind, but you're a cliff racer.
Oh god.
Those are my least favorite enemies in that game. So I had to have something based around them because they just hoard you. There's a water ride, well, not really a water ride. There's just a lazy river around Vivek because Vivek's set up into like different buildings that are like on the water. There's water in between them, so there's a lazy river there. Let's see. Oh, there's a mushroom forest. It's like a little kiddie area. Giant mushrooms. Fake mushrooms, not real mushrooms. There's robotic silt striders, which in Morrowind are like like you can take from town to town. Kind of like the carriages in Skyrim. But they're like weird creatures, so there's robotic silt striders. that can transport you to different areas. And then the last thing, or no, the last two things. So there's the Ministry of Truth is this like floating thing in Morrowind. It's like this floating rock, and it's where the prison is, or a prison. It's not the only prison, but it's where a prison is. And so, in the game, you have to go up there and escape after. And so that's another escape room. The Ministry of Truth. And then I had to do it. There's a mud crab merchant as like a restaurant or gift store. Because in Morrowind, there is a mud crab just on a little island in a super random place in that game. And you can talk to the mud crab and it sells you shit. And I think it has a ton of money.
Oh, nice.
So you can sell a lot of things to it. So there's that. Or that might have been a mod that I made. Not the mud crab. The mud crab's in the base game, but I think I might have modded how much gold he has so I could just go to him and sell a bunch of shit to him. But the mud crab is in the base game. Now we get to Area 5, which is Cyrodiil / Oblivion. And the workers here, some of them are wearing Legion armor, some of them are wearing Daedric armor. So this is where you'll have your Oblivion gate somewhere, obviously. That's for you, Steven.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So there's the White Gold Tower, which has an observation deck on the top of it. There's a mine ride. That one's pretty generic. I just put that there because there's a ton of mines in Oblivion, with like goblins and shit. There's a simulator ride called To Oblivion and Back. So it takes you to Oblivion and you're going on a mission to retrieve the stone, and then you come back through the portal. That's why it's called To Oblivion and Back. There's horseback riding because Oblivion was the first Elder Scrolls game where you could ride horse, so that's cool. There's a 40 experience with Sheogorath. I have no idea what it is, but he's just fucking with you.
Yeah, it's Wabbajack involved, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I can't remember. There's some park where there's like this thing to keep kids busy, where it's like at each ride, there's like a thing that you can scan or take a picture of, and then once you scan them all, you get like some prize or something. I don't know. I can't think of what theme park it is, but in this area, there's Nern roots, which you can find all over the park. And if you don't know what Nern roots are, there's a classic Elder Scrolls quest where this fucking scientist guy asks you to collect this fucking like a bunch of these plants, and they're like unique and they're by water. So yeah, there's these Nern roots that you can find all over the park, and if you claim enough, you can use them to claim prizes. There's an arena stunt show. And then this is another idea from my brother. Don't want to take credit for it. Dagon's Chili Dogs.
No. God damn it. Why chili dogs?
Dagon's like he's the evil god in the game.
I understand what he is, but why chili dogs, man?
Dude, I don't know. Dagon's dogs, you know? It's chili dogs. All right, moving on to the last area. Told you I went hard, guys.
This whole segment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sam's gonna have the longest part of this segment.
I told you I went hard. All right. The last area is Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Fine.
Yeah, as you're walking in, that music just so all the workers are wearing city guard armor, and they're forced to say stupid fucking lines every 5 seconds. So you'll definitely hear some arrows in the knees and shit like that.
Yeah.
So you got the iconic landmark of the Throw of the World, which is just the tallest mountain in Skyrim. It's also a launch tower, kind of like the power tower, so it launches you up in the air and then you drop. There's the Forgotten Vale coaster. The Forgotten Vale is one of my favorite like areas in the game, and it's from the Dragon Dawnguard DLC. So this is just like a coaster that kind of like goes through that, takes you through that area, and it goes underwater. That's like that's I'm taking that inspiration from fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon, where you could like build tunnels for your roller coasters that go underwater.
Yes, that'd be great.
I've never seen a ride actually do that in real life. I don't think. There's an indoor coaster, which is Blackreach, which is a big ass underground area in Skyrim. So there's an indoor coaster there. There's the No One Escapes from the Cinder Mine ride, because that's one of the best quests of the game, and it's just a mine ride. There's a Skyrim, I repeat, Skyrim Civil War simulator, where you try to beat the other team. I don't know if you all been to Disney World, but in there's like a Toy Story thing where you're like shooting things with a laser gun, and you try to score as many points. So it's kind of like that. But
do you give them weapons?
Skyrim Civil War.
I'm assuming you give them like
thing.
swords, like it's a LARP.
It's like a fake, kind of like that.
Okay.
There's a river rapids ride. There's a lot of rivers in Skyrim, so there's that. The kiddie ride is called Parthenax Flyers. It's just like a little dragon rider thing, like the fucking dumbass Dumbo ride at Disney World. You can take carriages
little cutesy
around
dragons,
the park.
like little cutesy dragons rotating around, and
exactly.
Kids screaming, and parents on the side being like,
exactly,
"Why am I here? What?"
So, but yeah, you can take carriages around the park. There's a Bar Leap Summit bungee jump. So that's just a location in Skyrim where you are told to just jump off. Well, I guess you don't have to, but you can jump off and just land in the water. But it's like a really tall jump, kind of cool. So there's a bungee jump for that. There's a play area, which is a dragon burial dig site. I know at Disney World they had like a little fossil dig. I don't know if they still have it, but that's what this is. There's also a maze, which is based off of Labyrinthian in the game. And then finally, there's two restaurants. There's the Blackbriar Meadery, and there's one called Uncommon Taste, which is just the book that the gourmet writes in Skyrim. And that is not the end.
You said it was the last thing.
I told you it was the last area. But guess what?
Starfield?
Area 7. Starfield.
Damn it.
Is under construction.
Yeah.
Coming. It was unfortunately the something with the contractor, the construction of it is a little bit behind, so it got delayed.
Starfield
recently.
got Fusrodad into 2023.
We thought we would have this area complete in late on November 11th. We thought that we were gonna release it then. We were gonna have this finished then, but it recently got delayed, and now we're thinking 2023 maybe.
Yeah. First half.
Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Maybe 2023.
Nebulous date.
I just want to point out in the chat, OMG just said, he said this will be the last part, then continues to explain 50 more rides, attractions, and restaurants.
I said I went off.
And he also says, in all caps, Sam, this park will never fucking exist. No way in hell, but it will be incredible.
Yeah, for sure. I'd go.
None of these parks would exist. Nobody can even build a goddamn Lord of the Rings park. Like, fucking none of this shit's ever gonna exist.
Oh boy.
All right.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next because I want to get it out of my system, and plus I probably will be pretty quick. All right, ready? Sam says this park will never exist, but it will. It's called Disneyland, all right? Kingdom Hearts World.
Oh my God.
It's called Disneyland.
Damn it, man.
No, but That I was originally gonna go with that, but I thought it was something better when Sam was on his rant about Bethesda World.
Oh, great.
Square Enix World.
I'm calling it
Was
the
it-
world of Final Fantasy.
Oh, I knew it. Yeah.
Ow.
I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's hear about it.
Also, that's the name of the game of
There-
one of the
yeah.
games, by the way. World of Final Fantasy. Yeah,
There are 15 areas and lots of
15 areas. Yes. Am I gonna tell you about all the areas? No, because I haven't played every game, but I can tell you about some of them.
There's
So,
there's 15 main areas and like hundreds
Countless-
of
countless branches.
spin-off areas.
Are we gonna go?
And we're gonna go through each one.
Is Stranger of Paradise gonna be like a sister park then? We just blast really fucking loud random music.
oh my god, that fucking yes, just have fucking chaos walking around Stranger of Paradise World.
Chaos.
I don't know. Area 1, like iconic landmark. I don't know. Castle Cornelia. That's all I really know about Final Fantasy 1. That's all about all I know. Area 2, I know nothing about Final Fantasy 2 besides people hate it. So I don't know. And that like part of it takes place in hell or something like that. So I don't know.
It's not good, but yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 3, obvious landmark would be the Crystal Tower, and like I kind of feel like you can also make that a ride, like a Tower of Terror kind of ride, I guess. Even though I don't know what Tower of Terror is. I just know about it.
You know it's a tower.
It's
Yeah,
terrifying
no,
too.
that's about it. Is it like one of those where you like sit down and the tower goes up and down? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
like
Yeah, so
200
have,
feet
like,
drop kind of thing.
Yeah, have it be one of those. Crystal Tower would be pretty dope for that. Final Fantasy 4, I don't know. Do something with the fucking moon. I don't know. Do something with the moon. I don't know.
Space launch.
Space launch. Yeah.
They have a
Oh.
at Disney World they have like a mission space or something like that where you like it's insane.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Actually, I thought about it. The lunar whale. Have it be like the pirate ship kind of ride? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, that works. Final Fantasy 5. The only one I can think of is like Battle at the Big Bridge with fucking Gilgamesh. Have it be like a show where I don't know, he's performing and then you have the party fighting him. I don't know.
I honestly, if this park was real, I would go do it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, my knowledge of earlier Final Fantasies isn't that great, so I'm like just spitting stuff out right here. But yeah,
Now,
Final Fantasy 6, the Opera House, have it like be like a show
come
as
on.
well.
Yeah.
to fit in with Final Fantasy, are all the so I'm assuming this park's in Japan.
Like all the good parts are.
Yeah, all the workers speak Japanese, but they all have a translator with them that speak English, and they to dub over their voices.
It's definitely not as good. Doesn't make sense all the time, but you get the gist of it.
Yes. Also, the park workers are wearing like are basically dressed up as like people from that world. So that's what I'll point out.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 6, I said the Opera House. Final Fantasy 7's got to be like a Midgar area. Like it has to be. Have a bar area that's the Seventh Heavens bar from Final Fantasy 7. Have that as well. Is there anything else that'll be interesting? Maybe just that.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 8. I don't know. I played that game. I don't really think of anything stands out much besides like I guess Balam Garden, which is like triple triad card playing area. I guess would work.
We could talk about 9 for a second too, though, because I like that.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like 9 that much. I tried it, and not for me.
Okay, yeah, the Opera House in that one is really cool. The mission.
Yeah, maybe that one. Yeah, I think maybe 9 would have to be the little play they put on in the beginning of the game. Maybe that. Final Fantasy 10 would be the water park area because
Oh,
that
come
game's
on.
like all about water.
Come on, give me the fucking Blitz ball. Let's go, dude.
Have like SeaWorld, like have a show where it's like Blitzball where they're playing underwater.
Oh my god.
Something like that. Final Fantasy 11, now that's an MMO, so I'm not too sure how that would work out, but
You just sit
yeah.
around for a while and smack things, and then someone rocks by with an XP badge and puts it on you. You're like, there you go,
yeah,
you're
there
leveled
you
up.
go.
Yeah, all the rides you have to have like enough people.
Yeah, like a party.
A
Yeah, there you
party.
go. Final Fantasy 12, I guess like it's kind of like Star Wars. People pointed out. I don't know. I mean, like
Yeah, it's got a lot of vibes from Star Wars, like.
yeah. So that have it be like a copy of Star Wars from like Disney. I guess there will be that. Yeah. 13. Now this one's pretty cool. I want it to be like like Epcot, where like that big ball in Epcot is, but have that be Cocoon, and you go inside, and there's like a whole like bunch of stuff inside in there. There you go.
You know?
Yeah, 14 would be. That's the hard. This is the hardest one I think, because I obviously it's like the one I play a lot, but like I don't know like what specific thing you would point out from it. Because like maybe the ultimate weapon fight. I don't know, because like Final Fantasy 14 is literally like a theme park of Final Fantasy, basically.
Right.
'Cause, like, there's like a lot of references inside of it.
Well, why don't
And so
you
it's
pick,
hard to pick one main thing from there.
what about the villain, like the main villain? Is there a through line with any of that? Like, is it
Maybe, but
consistently,
I'm like, who would you pick? Because there's like a lot of villains in that game. Maybe there be but like I don't know how much in the spoilers it
well,
would
you
go
could
into.
do a raid, dude. Something unique
Yeah,
to
there you go.
14.
Like a raid. Yeah, that'd be good. Like a 24-man raid or something.
And every
or
once in a
8-man
while,
raid,
like,
I don't know.
say like once an hour, they're like, a raid's about to happen over in this
No,
side. Like,
I got it. I got it. An 8-man raid where you fight Bahamut because of the cutscene. Like everyone's seen, who knows about 14. Like I've seen the cutscene where Bahamut destroys everything. So there's like that one basically. A raid where you fight Bahamut would be good. And then 15, take a picture with the car. I don't know. Have it be like on those on-rail car trips or like a roller coaster where you're just passing by landmarks.
All right, man. All right. Give me a little bit of cooking, please, and camping somewhere.
Cooking, there you go.
Somewhere in this park, you have to have a kart racer. Based off
Chocobo racing.
Yeah, based off of the
the
new
chocobos
game.
were sick in that game, though. Come on.
Where you can dress up as classic Final Fantasy characters such as Gilgamesh.
Yes. Have you not seen Gilgamesh? Stephen, pull it up.
I'll have him look at it later. If you know, you know. But yeah.
Oh boy, but yeah, I don't know. 15, yeah, but like a either a roller coaster or like those on-rail car moving things where you just like go see landmarks from the game, I guess. OMG just in the chat says like have it only be like the popular Final Fantasy game. Like I guess that could work, yeah, but like yeah, I don't know. I just like threw out an idea for each game, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know like which ones to specifically pick.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, and each area would have its own restaurant. So like you can have like cuisine from each game basically.
Cuisine.
There you go. Not as in depth as yours, Sam, because I didn't plan this out entirely, but
can you rent a chocobo?
Oh, come on.
To ride around.
Yeah, chocobo will be like a stroller for your kids. There you go.
They stole some ostriches.
Wait, couldn't
they stole some ostriches and just like painted them yellow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some floating Moogle drones, please.
And there could be like the finale, like every time the park closes, there's like one big show where every character from each of the parks come together and battle it out like Dissidia. There you go.
Oh, you know what?
Wow.
You know what? Every employee should just have a name tag that says Sid. Just all of them.
Oh my
just
god.
all Sid.
have a show once a day where each of Sids get together and try to think up a new invention. There you go.
Yeah.
What is it, Sid?
Classic.
I have no idea, Sid, but we should get down to the bottom of it.
All right, I can go.
Please, yes.
Okay. My theme park is themed. I kind of wish I narrowed it more, maybe a bit more creative, but I just went with Xbox Game Studios. And the name of my theme park is Bill's Heavenly Gates, dedicated to our Lord and Savior, Bill Gates.
You get bonus points for that one.
Oh man. You gotta pull up a PowerPoint next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should just have this in teams.
Yeah. Gross.
So okay, I got my rides. Ride 1, the Sacred Journey it's a ride on a pelican. You're flying through like an active battlefield, and you're sitting with Cortana and Chief are talking you through the whole way. Like they're talking to you like you're a Marine on this pelican, and you're flying through everything. It's crazy, it's rocky, and smoke, pyrotechnics, all that. And ends with a vista of the Halo ring and the ba 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 ba, like it just playing through the whole way, and it's awesome. And that's like, Yeah, it's like one like animatronic pelican, and it's like jostling you the whole way to
Yeah.
simulate the movement. Then I have Griffball. So it's gonna be a VR game with haptics, so make you feel like you're swinging a big gravity hammer, trying to get that ball and score on the other side. Then we got the High Seas of Adventure. It's a swashbuckling ride in a boat on under a lake, and there's actual water coming up, splashing you. More fire and smoke. Um, there's a pirate talking to you the whole way, and there's gonna be sharks and kraken tentacles that are like coming out of the water to really up the excitement.
Now, is Jack Sparrow on the ride with us?
I was gonna ask.
No, this is not Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, okay. If recent
They don't have
developments or
they don't
anything,
have
he
the
can partner with Xbox,
crossover.
you know? Sea of Thieves, and he's going to be the main character in Sea of Thieves. So, you know.
Then we have Forza Kart. Enough said. Then we got Battle of the Cogs, which is an on the rails shooter kart ride with AR projections, and everyone has a little lancer in hand.
We have to wear heavy armor, right? Like,
yeah, very heavy. Then I got some coaster ideas, like the Banjo Kazooie coaster, a Fable coaster with like dragons and monsters and whatnot flying around. I got a Minecraft kart coaster. We got a Microsoft Flight Sim spinny ride. You know those rides where you swing in a circle and you get taken up high in the sky. That's what I'm thinking about. I got a Doom paintball. I don't know. AR Hearthstone. So it's like Eric. It's like how we always wanted a Yu-Gi-Oh game to be, where you put down a card and projections of monsters and spells come up.
Man, I wish.
Yeah.
oh, that'd be so cool.
We can have we got a kids section, like an Ori and the Blind Forest stage play for children.
There we go.
We have an Everwild section for kids. I'm assuming when this park comes out, they'll figure out what the fuck Everwild is. We have a Connectimals area that hit Connect game way back in like 2012 or whatnot.
That one is under construction for a new area, but I mean, if you went in the park in the past, you could have seen it, but that no longer exists. So.
I got some food ideas. So, because this now encompasses Bethesda and Activision, I got some Skyrim Fallout themed food. I got Kazooie eggs. Because
you're telling me they went over to God Howard World and just like, this is mine now, and just moved it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Microsoft. You can take it up with them.
Damn it! Fucking Bill bought my theme park.
Yeah. Corporate takeover. Yeah.
It's called Bill's Heavenly Bethesda Park.
We got some Minecraft cake and pork chops and steak and pie, all that good stuff. We have the Candy Crush shop for all your candy needs.
Oh Lord.
We got some aphid meat, from Grounded. And then
from
Grounded. Everybody knows.
Hey man, you got giant spiders. This could be like one of those horror theme houses, like where you just go and giant bugs scare you.
Yeah. And then I got an idea about mascots walk around. So, of course, you got Chief, Cog soldiers of all types, Rasputin from Psychonauts, Steve from Minecraft.
You gotta have a whole like Psychonauts area. That's just like chaos.
No, they put you in a room, they have you take some LSD, and then you just trip for 2 hours.
Right? That's the ride. Okay, drag out the bodies once a day.
That's gonna be a lot of paperwork.
Clip that out, please.
You got Tracer and Reinhardt walking around. WoW characters, Doomslayer, all that fun stuff. And then when you get into the park, you're gonna have an app on your phone, and there's gonna be a whole list of achievements you can get as you're walking around the park. And as you rack up gamer score, you can cash in the gamer score to get prizes. And and there's gonna be a thing called Xbox Fast Pass Ultimate, which is just like Fast Pass.
But there's also like 3 different tiers that are like there's
Yeah.
Xbox Game Pass or Xbox Fast Pass, Xbox Fast Pass, PC,
PC Fast Pass.
and then
Where everyone's
Xbox
just polite
Fast
to
Pass.
each other.
Just like Disney, no difference.
Yeah, in classic faction, the names, a lot of the names in this park are going to be very suboptimal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's Bill's Heavenly's Gates. Yeah.
Goddamn. Can't wait to go.
Can't believe my theme park has already been taken over.
Been bought out. It's just got a Microsoft's TM on the side of the sign.
Monopolies, even in the theme park world.
Yep.
All right, Steven,
All
it is
right.
your turn to bestow upon us your theme park.
And now the ultimate follow up to all of that. I know it's kind of an easy one, but Pika Park, a Pokemon themed video game.
Oh, I like that.
Now, set the scene. And it's a very, very large park. Just first off, it's going to take up a lot of landmass. A statue for each Pokemon around the park. Life size, statue, guys.
Yeah,
Come on, let me dream, okay?
How big are these statues?
Steven just bought the like entire state of Alaska.
It's a planet, okay? You know, we can call it Pika Planet if you want. Like,
I checked yesterday because I was playing Pokemon. I checked Pokemon Home, like it's my Pokedex. There's like over 900 something Pokemon.
Jesus.
There's
So
over
you're gonna have
1,000.
that many statues around the whole
Okay.
park.
Yeah, man. Yeah, okay, maybe
Yeah,
not
it's a
life
lot
size.
more,
Okay,
right?
maybe we'll make it human size, and they're just everywhere. You know.
Good God.
And the ones that can be life size, like a Pikachu or something, we'll keep.
They're gonna be life sized.
Well, no, that was the original idea, but that would take up an entire planet. So yeah.
Do they each have like a QR code that you scan on and
All right.
you catch them?
So you collect the Pokemon as you go on a checklist, and when you complete them,
Alright.
you get a free drink or small item from the gift shop. And there's a
There we go.
lot of Pokemon though, so good luck.
Oh boy,
You can
free
play.
drink for catching all 900. Oh boy.
It's quite the task, and you will be thirsty at the end of it. So
Dude, it's as good of a prize as you get in the actual Pokemon
That's
games.
what I'm saying. It's like collecting all the fucking Korok seeds. You get the golden poop or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So dumb. So the mascots, they're gonna have like people dressed up as the mascots, right? And then we'll have trainer themed people walking around as well.
Yeah.
But there'll be 100 mascots, each dressed up as a different set of Pokemon on a daily rotation. And so every time you go, it'll be a
Interesting.
different set of Pokemon mascot dude. So
Is there a sign at the beginning of the park that says "Don't throw Pokeballs at workers"?
that maybe have to be in the fine print on your pass. Like, just caveat when you sign a paper as you enter. Okay, so the first area you get into, and I suppose I don't know how the arrangement will be. Just I didn't think about the layout and the well, you know what? It's probably wouldn't work anyways. But Pokemon Stadium is the theme of the first place. It's just more like it's all housed in this area. It's not necessarily like the game, but so the indoor coaster is called Geocage, and this is like steel gyro ball, kind of like in Jurassic World, right? And it rolls along a track,
Oh God! Don't remind me
and
of
it
that.
tosses you up at a certain point, and you drop back down on the other side, right? And it's Geodude themed, right? You're just Geodude. You get inside the Geodude and it rolls, and it's terrifying. But the tall coaster is called Pidgey Plunge, where you slowly flap up, and at the end, you're Pidgeot, right? You're the final form, and you dive down. It's probably like 350 feet, just a
Good
straight drop. And we will have throw up buckets at the end of that one for customer
Jesus.
satisfaction. The fast coaster is going to be called the Lickitung Lunge after the.
Oh, I don't like the name of that.
Why Lickitung?
Lickitung. After the so Pokemon Stadium had the
Gross.
game where like you were really quick trying to get the sushi, right? Like with like a tongue, like, and it was a rotating thing. So what it'll do is it'll be straight paths, right? Like, and it's on a rotating thing. Like each path will be different. So it'll shoot you out and it'll do like a loop or something. Then it'll come back and it'll rotate to a different track and get you on the next one, which is like a different, like a corkscrew, or, and each one has different like mechanics to it, or different gimmicks. So with the final one being a drop, and it'll lead you into like the station, the docking station. And it's like sushi themed. You have a bunch of sushi around, and there's a fat lick-a-tongue in the center of it. So I just really like that mini game in Pokemon Stadium. So I just wanted to coaster after that. The wooden coaster is a bit of an called Pseudo Woods, after Pseudo Widow, for those that know. Now, there's a part where you get onto it and the ramps shake. It's like you get to a part, it stops you, and the ramps shake and lift up, and then they flatten and send you shooting off to the next part, where it sits and shakes and does some weird jerking motions like all wooden coasters do. And it definitely feels like it will break. Yeah, much recoil. Then, what was the... I think it was just like a miscellaneous one, but sorry, I had to pull up the doc to see like what I was even going for this one, because I was just pulling off the template, right? Was it that one?
So I do have a question about this park. What if someone shows up and wants to play Pokemon Go while they're in the park?
Ah, yes.
Are there going to be...
There will be I will get to that in Area 2.
Oh, okay.
So that is coming up. There will be integration with that. You can microtransactions.
Hell yeah, take my money.
So another one is called Blastoise Launch, where you're in. It's just like those ones that shoot you up in like a ball, like a bungee ball, and then come back down really quick.
The slingshots.
Yeah, and you're in. So it's a twin cannons, right? So you and another person or another team of people, usually like 2 people per thing, get shot out. And then obviously it'll drop back down into the cannon. But the cool thing is you've got a screen on yours, and you can watch the other team freak out as you're going. So you're not alone in your ridiculous faces as you're 400 feet in the air. Definitely terrifying. You have to sign a waiver. a lot of ball-based rides, as Jesus says. I mean, it's a Pokeball, right? It's bound to be like a lot of things like that. Bolt and Bump Pikachu bumper cards, right?
Wow.
So like, how they have like basically it's tied to the electricity up top, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be sparking much more than you would normally see those, because obviously it's a Pikachu. So, and it's definitely more aimed towards like kids, but adults can do it too. So the kids get in the little Pichu ones, and the adults get in like the Raichu ones, of course. I just think it would be cool. And then there's like a little screen up top where Pikachu's cheering you on, and you get points based on your thing. And whoever wins, gets like a little stamp or a little sticker at the end. Let's see. Ponyta train cars. So like this is the one that you get on, and it's just Ponyta and Rapidash, and you get in the carts, and it takes you across to different parts of the park, and they're just running. And it kind of moves a little bit, but it's all on like a rail system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next is the miscellaneous attraction, which I'm just following. Diglett Dig. Now, this is one where it's a slow drop incrementally, right? So you're going up a hill, and it'll take you to the top, and it goes down incrementally. And then when you hit the bottom, it'll shoot you back up to the top, and then go back out.
Mm.
I don't know if that makes sense. Like, because you're digging slowly down, and it's like super quick. like small increments, but goes all the way to the bottom, shoots you back up, and then the ride's over. For game booths, we have Pikachu Zap Darts. Now, you're shooting obviously like yellow darts from little things to hit the targets as they're going back and forth. See them. And then you're gonna have Pikachu saying stuff like when you get different hits on the targets. I think that would be really cute. And then a Hitmonchan punching bag contest. Like, so how hard can you hit this, right? And a Hitmonlee drop kick where you have like a hammer, right? And it's basically Hitmonlee's leg.
Nice.
Like a Squirtle, you know how they have the water ones where you're shooting water and just the balloons to fill them up. It's just Squirtle's mouth, you know. The 4D experience will be Fight of the Gods. Now this is just simulated legendary Pokemon battles, right? And the seats shake. There's temp control. They have the little mist thing, and everyone has a VR headset on, right? So you're in the battles, like.
It's pretty cool. I like that.
And it just
like
rotates the different. Yeah, it's like giant kaiju fights between like the continental Pokemon, pretty much. And I guess really Celebi would be interesting to see versus the giant Pokemon. So, and Mew, I guess Mewtwo, but they're not even comparable size. I guess that's what makes it interesting, like a David and Goliath situation for that. Would be kind of cool. Let's see, restaurants. We have a Squirtle soda shop, right? So it's like a soda. So
did they only sell Squirt?
yes, actually. Only different variations. You can put flavor in there, right? You can put blueberry. And,
nice.
And obviously, it's got Squirtle's head on it. You tell I like Squirtle as a Pokemon. And then ice cream with Chansey. So like, you just have where you're just kind of like, it's a rest area. They've got like, because if it gets hot in this thing, you can go in and cool down, and Chansey themed waitress or waiters go walk around and what's that?
Okay, I have another suggestion for a restaurant. You should have the Toro's Grill House.
Yes, yeah. Like Rodizio kind of thing. I don't know if you heard of that. Yeah, we could have a grill. It would be really cool. Right. And then I think another one was I had where it's just a gym battle. Like the theme food is from each gym leader. So
interesting.
You would have a bug themed one. You'd have a water themed one, and you'd have different dishes after the gym leaders. Like Blaine's would be like a spicy dish, right? You'd have Misty's would be like a cucumber refreshing kind of thing.
Wow.
Brock's would be like rock candy, maybe like rock candy, like dessert. I say I didn't think through all the gym leaders, but something like that. You get it, where you just have different theme gym leader stuff.
I'd hate to find out what Koga's is.
Well, yeah. Each time you visit, you get a badge and a badge case.
Nice.
And then you can go back and collect all the badges. Fun. Now, the miscellaneous activity I had, which was kind of cool, is baking with trainers, where you and some friends mix muffins or puffins, they're called, with a team in a contest to see who has the best puffin. And you're all just baking the things, and they teach you through interaction, right? I think that would be really cool. A safari zone is area 2. Now,
here we go.
This is just all the safari zones from every game in one huge area, right? Now, this is where the AR plays into it. Everyone gets AR glasses, and you get a certain amount of Pokeballs and food to throw. Go in. So, but no rocks, because that's fucking rude. Don't throw rocks at the Pokemon. So mean. But it's got hologram visuals, right? Like they pop up and there's just life-size Pokemon walking around. Obviously the legendary Pokemon are in there, which kind of saves my ass. So. Except for Whale Lord, you know, it might be a problem to get that one in there to fit on the screen. You'd see like a portion of him. That's it. So you can buy Pokeballs and you get stickers for each one you collect. Obviously, you'll have an assortment of Pokemon. Like, not all the Pokemon will be in the Safari Zone at all, so you'll have to keep coming back. But it ties in with Pokemon Go, and whatever you collect in there goes into your Pokemon. You get a copy of it.
Wow.
So, but yeah, you can buy more Pokeballs. Food if you want to keep going, but obviously, you know, microtransactions, money, that's where you get.
Yeah.
That's it for my Pokemon theme park.
Oh, you
That's
should also
awesome.
you should have people dressed up as Team Rocket goons. Like,
Oh,
walking around the
God,
park.
that'd be
yes.
great. Yeah.
And then like they'll chase you and whatnot. And if they catch you, they'll beat you up and take your money.
It's just a waiver you sign at the beginning.
Gaff out here with the clips today, huh?
Team Rocket's
They'll beat
blasting
you
up
up.
again as the cops come arrest Team Rocket. Dude,
Wow.
I would love to go to that one or any of these theme parks, man.
Yeah, that was I enjoyed that. Thank you guys for putting in the work to create your theme parks. I don't have a homework assignment for next week. But yeah, that was episode 57 of X to Interact. Thank you everybody for watching and listening. Thanks for being here, guys. If you are watching, listening, make sure you check us out on all our social medias. And once again, go to podpage.com/X to Interact and you'll find every link and everything you need to know about the podcast, including the fact that we live stream on twitch.tv/X to Interact. And we record our episodes at around 11 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday mornings. We've been trying to do other streams, but it has not happened.
We'll get there.
yet.
No.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.